Tom Loeffler, 360 Promotions. First of all, congratulations. I asked you the question a long time ago, why you waited so long. It's not only my question, but you starting with a bang. I'm going to ask you the question, when was the last time you remember the fights, the championship caliber fights being outside of the main broadcast? I don't remember.
I tell you, Peter, we know it's a big event. Now that you're here, now the whole fight is all underway. So, 3 World Championship fights. We have Quadros versus Arroyo for the WBC Silver Championship. I haven't seen this many championship caliber fighters, from on one show outside of maybe a long time ago on a big pay-per-view show where they had a major budget, and I think they might have had 4 world title fights at one point. But this is a treat for the fans to see all these world-class fighters fighting each other here at the Forum on HBO. This is the first show under 360 Promotions, and we're excited. We opened up the upper deck of the Forum right now just because the ticket demand from the fans, they recognize the value. They saw SuperFly1, and I really think they had Chocolatito in a way, but I really think we outdid ourselves for SuperFly2.
When you have so many fighters of such a great caliber, there's egos involved, always are. And you mentioned this today, that making this fight possible is, first of all, you have to go through those egos of the fighters and also the promoters. Right. Which part was a tougher one? Well,
I'll tell you, the first step is the fighters wanting to fight each other. And that's the beauty of the flyweight, super flyweight divisions. They're willing to fight the best fighting the best. Look at the main event. It's the 2 top fighters in their division. You don't see that in the heavier divisions. The 2 top guys risking their records to fight each other. And you got Sisragat Sorungasai, WBC 115-pound champion, fighting against his mandatory challenger, Juan Francisco Estrada. It really goes back to not only the fighters wanting to fight each other, but then the promoters being reasonable so we can make the deals to put on a show like this. And I really think the winners for this show are the fans. With this many World Championship fighters, Louisa Houghton, all the way from Australia, she's fighting for the WBC International title. Very well spoken, very charismatic. We're happy to feature her. The undercard fights are going to be on ringtv.com. Brian Valoria going for his 5th world title. Quadros fighting Arroyo, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. That classic matchup where it seems like they rise to the occasion when you have that type of battle. And then naturally Donnie Nietes defending his title, his IBF flyweight title. I mean, he's which I learned today, he's the longest reigning world champion from the Philippines. He's fighting against Juan Carlos Revico, a 2-time world champion from Argentina. I mean, the talent goes on and on. Brian Valoria fighting, if he wins, he'll be a 5-time world champion against undefeated Artem Delakian from the Ukraine. So, I could go on and on talking about the show, but it's just it's a pleasure to work with everyone that's involved. Zanfer Promotions, Nak Korlong Promotions, Taken Promotions with Mr. Honda, Union Box Promotions, Peter Rivera, PR Best Promotions, Osvaldo Quicle from Promociones del Pueblo. There's so many Ala Promotions from Nietes. I know I'm going to forget one, Elvis Grant, that he brought Louisa Houghton all the way from Australia. Again, Gary Gittleson is working with Brian Valoria. And Osvaldo Herrera. I knew I was going to forget one. Osvaldo Herrera from Argentina is with Revico. So, it takes a lot of work, a lot of cooperation from the fighters, from the promoters, from the television companies. This is in 3 television stations in Mexico, 2 television stations in Argentina, 3 television stations in the Philippines. It's in Thailand, in Japan, in Ukraine, naturally in the European countries. I mean, this is not only on HBO here in the United States, the undercard on Ring TV, but on a number of international countries, and that's what makes it such a fun show to work with. All the international flavor, the true definitions of world champions.
It's all over the world.
It's 360 promotions. That's a good point, Peter.
When you made the first SuperFly, there was a lot of detractors saying Nobody's going to watch the guys 108, 112. They're too small. We are living in times when you have to have, 6'7", 245 or whatever the huge guys are, and you prove everyone wrong. Now the question, the first Superfly was tougher to make than this one? And bring those guys back, bring the new talent. If you can judge those, if you tell us which one was harder to get to do it.
I would say this one, just because we have so many people from so many different countries, and then I was talking about the visas. The guys from Argentina, they just got their visas last Thursday. I think last Thursday or Friday.
How many countries? 4 or 5?
Well, Ukraine, Argentina, Puerto Rico, 2 from Mexico, Thailand.
Philippines?
And naturally the Philippines, yeah. So 6, yeah. Plus Louis Houghton from Australia, so you can say 7. And